Hi, I'm Judy Vitale, and welcome to your weekly horoscopes at work for the week of October the 2nd through the 8th, 2017. This will be a very exciting week. We will experience the harvest moon that's taking place on Thursday, October 5th. It will be in the sign of Aries, the moon will anyway. The sun, of course, will be in Libra, illuminating the moon. And this is a time when we are examining what we have created over the last several months. So, this is the harvest moon. Really look at what you've got to work with for the next several months when we get down to the truly busy season, okay? That, again, you're going to work out toward that on Thursday. The other thing I want you to pay attention to is Venus in a conjunction with Mars on that very same day, as a matter of fact. They are playing around there in the middle of Virgo, and this is a time when you're bringing your feelings and your actions together. So do what you feel and really examine what you're getting in terms of culmination with the full moon and work with it. Now, going through this day by day, we have Monday. We start with the moon in Aquarius at 7:13 a.m. There's a little void of course moon period. Again, the void of course moon is a time when you do not want to make major purchases, sign contracts, or even schedule important meetings because things don't turn out the way that they appear that they should or the way that you would like them to when the moon is void, of course. There are several time periods like this coming up. Sometimes we have more than others, and these next few weeks are times when we have more. So pay attention closely to this. At 10:26 a.m., the moon moves on into Pisces. You're a little more free and clear. So that will be good. And then on Tuesday, that moon in Pisces makes everybody a little bit dreamy, sleepy, kind of in the mood to just think that things are going to be just fine and everything's going to be the way that they want them to be. And it's nice if you are in a position where you're dreaming or thinking about something that you want to do in the future. However, in terms of day-to-day practicality, be especially careful on Tuesday. The moon is not only going to be conjunct with Neptune, which is all about dreaminess and deception, things of that nature. It's going to be in an occultation with it, so they're going to be very tightly aligned. And these two planets together are very, very difficult to overcome in terms of seeing the clarity that we need, that we usually like to have. Fortunately, Venus and Pluto will be in a trine at 3:06 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. So that will make life slightly easier in terms of making progress with expressing our feelings to people and being a little bit more clear about that. On Wednesday, that darn moon goes void, of course, at 3:15 a.m. and does not go into Aries until 4:40 p.m. And this is a time, when you really are going to have to be careful because this is a long void, of course, moon period. It's almost like you get tempted to go, I'm going to buy that jacket that I really liked right now. And then, you remember, oh my goodness, the moon is void, of course. Hold off. The price might go down in a couple of days. That's just an example of some of the things that can happen. Other than that, Wednesday is not terribly eventful. There's a little square between the moon and Saturn way in the middle of the night at 3:19 a.m. And I don't see that like having a huge effect on people, but it's just not the most energetic day you're going to ever have. But there will be this anticipation about the full moon, which is coming on Thursday, the harvest moon, as we said, and also that Venus-Mars conjunction. The time of the full moon is 2:40 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to do something special, light a candle, say an affirmation or notice and get prayerful a little bit. That's a fine thing to do there on Thursday to just really get in harmony with the universe. And of course, go out and howl under that moon in the evening if you can see it, okay? And you should be able to. On Friday, we will have the moon in Aries still all the way till 6:38 p.m. Nothing else like too disruptive. The moon will go and hit into Uranus there at about 3 o'clock, 2:58 p.m. to be exact. But, that's just a little bit of excitement. And it is Friday after all. But be careful between 6:38 p.m. and 7:56 p.m. because we will have the void, of course, moon. So you want to be very careful there. The Taurus moon that comes in after that is one where people just kind of want to stick with the program, not make too many changes. This is not a good time to ask somebody to do something that requires them to alter the way they view a project or even something around your family or social life. You want to be very judicious about that. and just kind of let people sit during the Taurus moon. You might want to have something, a little treat of some kind. It's a good time to have that occasional chocolate or something like that when the moon is in Taurus. It just makes you feel good. Taurus is all about feeling good too and feeling secure, but it's very protective. That's the energy. It's really well intended. It's just protective. On Sunday, the moon goes void, of course, at 9:45 a.m. And stays void, of course, for most of the day, all the way until 9:44 p.m. And we have the sun conjunct Mercury. And that happens a little bit later at around, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So with this void, of course, moon, expect everything to be upside down. For those of you who are still watching football, this is the kind of day when all the games don't turn out the way that you expect them to, or your player doesn't play the way you expect him to, or you tried to make bread for the first time and it doesn't turn out the way that you expected to. The void, of course, moon can be difficult, but it can also be exciting because there are those times when we have a little change in between or difference between our plans and what actually happens, and it can be a good thing. It can be a discovery of some sort. So I'm going to be away this wonderful week. I will be overseas in Germany visiting a very close friend. And that doesn't mean that I won't be back very soon after that. I'll be back into my office on October the 10th. And I can take bookings after that to take care of your needs for transpersonal coaching, hypnotherapy, EMDR, Reiki, yoga, and of course astrology. Just send your question or your inquiry to me at Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.